So please listen to what is being told. Okay, I'll be explaining the process in detail, and then it's a short presentation, and then we'll be taking up the questions. Okay, let's start. So again, welcome to Academically Global Healthcare Academically. I, Dr. Sonal, welcome you on behalf of the entire Academically team. And today we have joined for this webinar on this day to check and to learn about exploring overseas dental job in Australia, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Dubai, UAE, Oman, and Abu Dhabi, and many more. So let's start. So we'll start with just a small introduction about Academically. I'm sure all of you would be knowing about Team Academically, about our vision, about our mission to help you explore the healthcare careers abroad, not only about dentistry, but also the medical science, physiotherapy, and other areas where we cater to. So we are basically an edtech, and we are actually headquartered in Australia. We have our office in Dehradun, we have our office in Hyderabad, and many more coming up. But actually we're headquartered in Australia, and the only aim of ours is to help the healthcare professionals excel in their lives and their careers. Academically, as you all know, Dr. Akram, who is the CEO of our company, who has established this, who already had a vision to, empower the global healthcare people. And Academically offers support to healthcare professionals who wish to upscale their careers if you want to migrate outside. So setting new standards by providing preparation courses so that you pass the foreign licensing exam and you can get established in any of the countries wherever you wish for through our unwavering support. So, you know about our CEO, founder, and CEO, Dr. Akram. Sir is an esteemed clinical pharmacist. He has been a distinguished professor and has got an impressive 15 years of experience in various countries like India, Australia, and Malaysia. And the only reason he started with Academically was because we do not have placements, guys. As you all know, the healthcare people do not get placed. Right? If you talk about IT people, if you talk about the tech guys, or even if you talk about the people from BCA, MCA, all of them get placed. But the job opportunities, even if they are there, first of all, the awareness is not there in every country. And the second thing is placement. And the same issue was faced by Dr. Akram. And that is why his only vision was, and his only mission was, so he got established at a very good place. And there was no need for him to, think about others. But he always had that in mind, that if I was the one person who have faced so much of difficulty and struggle, and I could migrate to Australia, and if I could do that, then why not the other healthcare professionals, right? So he, with the determination of helping healthcare professionals across the globe achieve their dreams of moving abroad, started on with Academically. And through this initiative, we provide education and training to pharmacists, medical doctors, dentists, nurses, lab technicians, and physiotherapists, and various other medical entrance exams. And very recently, we've started with our study abroad program, so that if somebody wants to study or go for masters over there, in whichever country around the globe, if you want, we have launched a study abroad program, which is EduCafe, for all those who want to wish and pursue their career, higher education abroad. Introducing our academic heads to you. So we have Dr. Rini Sharma, who has a decade of medical expertise to her role. She's a dedicated scholar, an MBBS and MD degree from an MBA from Charleston Southern University, a distinguished researcher, and she's the one who heads the content team of medicine, dental, physiotherapy, and others. And the pharmacy team is led by Dr. Alok, who is a seasoned pharmacist and an expert with 14 to 15 years of expert experience. Right? Okay, so this was the introduction from the team Academically. Let's now talk about the Australian Dental Council. So all the dentists out here who wish to upscale their careers to Australia, please pay attention to this. Okay, so this is our esteemed faculty. As you all can see, they are all ADC qualified and who have undergone the similar struggle as you have. And if you enroll with Academically, they are the ones who will be holding your hands and guiding you through the entire process. Now, the reason is, why are we concentrating only to Australia and no other country? Guys, as you can see on your screens, 1,78,000 AUD is the average annual salary of a general dentist. You forget about specialist dentist. You get 3,000 plus job vacancies and 185,000 visa offers. And it's all a testimonial. It's a screenshot which we've taken from seek.au. So basically, it's an employment website of Australia, wherein you can see right now 2,000 plus job opportunities with $990K salary, 27.8% job growth, and 3.9% job satisfaction is the current condition of dentists general dentist there in Australia. And what are the benefits of dentist? You have a very high earning potential, as I mentioned. You get huge salaries even as a general dentist, because there they have dental insurances. So it's the government or it's the insurance company which gives you or pays for your services, and not the individual who is coming for the, or your patient who's coming for the service. And definitely if you move to Australia, you have a great quality of life. You all know who doesn't want to have a high standard of living, excellent healthcare, diverse culture. So it's already an attractive destination for the people. But even if as a workplace, it's great. And there's a high demand for dentists in Australia, along with perks such as instant PR. You get work visas very easily. You have a very good work-life balance because you only have to work from Monday to Friday. I'm a dentist myself, and I know how tiring it is to sit on the dental chair and go on with the procedure of RCT, even access opening. So when we used to get access opening for the anteriors, we used to be very happy because it's a very short process. But if it was upper molars, right? Or some people also go for the eights, right? The wisdom tooth, wherein, and the upper molars, you never get the MB1 canal. If you have the MB1 canal, that's a very tiring process. So not everywhere you get this perk of having a work-life balance, right? But there it is, Monday to Friday, this time. Apart from this, nobody expects you to work. And the dentists in Australia have access to ongoing professional development opportunities and advanced medical technologies, which can help them advance their skills. You get free education, your children get free education, and you have a very good healthcare access also. Not only, so there are perks not only for you, but also for your family. Now let's talk about ADC exam. Guys, what is ADC exam? The only reason for creating or for conducting licensure exams are that the country wherein you want to travel, or wherein you want to get the license from, they want to check whether you are an authorized professional in your own country or not. And if you are, then do you have the skills to actually cater to the patients in that particular country, right? Because every country is very much, very much bothered about their particular citizen or about their people. So, the only reason or the motto of conducting the ADC exam is that they want to ensure that whoever dentists are coming and taking the license for their country to practice in their country, they are having that skill and they can take up this process or not. So clearing the ADC exam, the written exam, is the first step to land a job in Australia. And both written and practical exam must be successfully completed. And after that, you get registered to, not Dental Council of India or any other country, you get registered to Dental Board of Australia. And you become a registered licensed dentist over there. What is the eligibility criteria? Very simple, 4 years of BDS degree and your registration. And I'm sure all of you, if you finish up with your BDS degree, you would be having a DCI registration or a state council registration. So this is what you require to sit for the ADC exam, okay? 4 years, full and unrestricted registration in your home country or training, and no withdrawal of registration. And your ADC exam is conducted twice a year, guys, in the month of March, which is conducted on 18th and 19th March. And you have the coming up exam, which is in the month of September on 2nd and 3rd. So basically, it's a 2-day exam. 2-day exam, and on the first day you have 2 sittings, the second day you have 2 sittings, so total of 4 sittings, I'll tell you. And these are the exam centers. You have to travel to the exam centers and sit for the exam. It's an online exam. You do not have to go to Australia. But for practical exam, yes, it has to be taken from Melbourne. So there are 2 parts, okay? ADC written exam and ADC practical exam. ADC written exam can be taken remotely, like through the online mode. For practical exam, you need to travel to Melbourne and sit. These are the exam centers, as you can see. Basically, and mostly the metropolitan cities are already there. So the accessibility is not bad. Now, suppose you're a general dentist, okay, and you want to travel to Australia. What are the steps? Number 1, your document verification, which is called as initial assessment. How will the Australia Council know that you are a registered dentist in your country? Through this initial assessment. You have to submit your documents, right? They will go through it, and then they will say that, yes, you are a registered dentist in your country. You have the proper studies or the education for it. You are now eligible to sit for my written exam. So once your initial assessment and document verification is done, ADC written exam, you have to qualify. Then you need to qualify with the English proficiency test to get the visa to go to Australia and sit for the practical exam. You sit for the practical exam, you pass the exam, and you get a general dentist registration. 3 steps: document verification, written exam, practical exam. English proficiency comes in the middle for the visa thing. Am I clear? And you get a general dentist registration. Now, suppose if you are in MDS and you want to get a specialist dentist registration, what do you have to do? You have to go through this entire process of general dentist. Once you get the registration of a general dentist, you need to have at least 2 years of minimum experience in your home country. Suppose you're a prosthodontist. If you want to travel to Australia, you have to give the ADC exam like a general dentist. Okay, you get the license of a general dentist, then they will check whether you have 2 years of experience as a prosthodontist in India or not. If you have it, then you have to submit the proof of that and pay the application fee for scrutiny, and then they give you the specialist dentist registration. I hope I'm clear. So whether you're a specialist dentist or a general dentist, you have to undergo the process of ADC. If you want to get registered as a specialist dentist, you need to have minimum 2 years of experience in your home country as a specialist dentist. Okay. Now, what are the documents which are required? Your BDS MDS degree, your transcript, which is your 4 years mark sheet, work experience if you have, well and good. Freshers can also apply. Valid passport, your government ID proof, passport size photograph, a dental registration certificate, and a good standing certificate from your university. Let's talk about the English proficiency test. There are 3 tests which can be taken. If you're going for IELTS, the individual band score of 7 is required, academic. PT, minimum score of 65. And for occupational education training, OET, a minimum score of 350 out of 500 or grade B. These are the requirements of APRA. Now, what's APRA, guys? So basically, APRA is the Australian Health Regulatory Association. Healthcare Practitioners Regulatory Association. So, like there's MCI in our country. So, all the healthcare professionals come under the MCI, Medical Council of India. Similarly, APRA is there in Australia. So, in that APRA only, Dental Board of Australia comes wherein you get the registration from. Now, let's talk about the format of ADC exam. Don't read this. Look at me, everybody. I told you ADC exam is conducted on 2 days. Suppose there's day 1. In day 1, you have a morning shift and you have an evening shift. Okay. For the morning shift or in each shift, you have the time allotment of 2 hours. Okay, so 1 shift is equal to 2 hours. Now you have total how many shifts? 4 shifts. So total 8 hours of exam in 2 days. All right, day 1, 2 hours of morning shift, 2 hours of evening shift. Day 2, 2 hours of morning shift, 2 hours of evening shift. Now within those 2 hours, you will be given 14 case scenarios. 14 case scenarios. Suppose one of the case scenario is that this particular is a patient. Suppose Alex is a patient. Alex is one of the person who has come to your clinic. He has a history of diabetes. He has a history of asthma. Okay. And on diagnosis, you got to know that this particular patient has got periapical granuloma. Right. So what would be your first treatment measure? Would you first check with the diabetic process? Now, second question is, the patient wants his tooth to be extracted. Okay, he doesn't want to go for the conservative procedure. What are the guidelines or what are the implications which you will feel, which you should have before having the extraction done? What should you instruct the patient? What are the pathological measures you have to take with the patients? What kind of code of conduct will you follow with the patients? So this kind of, so 14 case scenarios will be there, and each case scenario will have 5 sub-questions. Like what is the prognosis of this particular treatment, right? All these things. And the exam duration is 8 hours. You will be getting the results in the form of grade. So there'll be 4 shifts, 4 clusters. And in every cluster, you have to score at least grade A and grade B to pass the exam. No negative marking, and the preparation period for us is 16 weeks. These are the sponsored visa which you get: 491, 407, 494, and 482. You're also eligible for permanent visa over there. Let's talk about our ADC prep course. So ADC preparation course by Academically is a resourceful course for global dentists to help you clear the exam. The only purpose of ours is to provide all the study materials, all the guidance with the faculties. We have alumni meet sessions, and we have a lot. We'll talk about that. This is the government fees of Australian Dental Council. Initial assessment costs this much. ADC 1 is the written exam. 2122 AUD exam booking. English prep, you have to spend around AUD 300. ADC 2 exam, which is the practical exam, has a cost of 4,775 AUD. So this was all about Australia. Let's come to the Gulf countries. Suppose if you don't want to travel to Australia, because in Australia, the basic difference between Australia and the Gulf countries is that English proficiency. In Australia, you require the English proficiency, but in Gulf countries, no English barrier is there. You don't have to sit for the English exam. So basically, prometric exams are the unit which take up your exams for the Gulf countries. For Dubai, you have to sit for DHA exam. For Sharjah, Ajman, Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, and 𝐻𝐼, you have to sit for MOH. For Oman, you have Oman Medical Specialty Board exam. For Abu Dhabi and Al Ain, you have HAD, which is now the DOH exam. Saudi Arabia, Saudi Dental Licensure exam, SDLE. For Kuwait, you have MOH Kuwait or KDLE. For Bahrain, you have BDLE, which is Bahrain Dental Licensure Exam. And for Qatar, you have Qatar Council for Health Professionals. We'll talk about the eligibility, right? And how can you sit and what is the pattern of exam. What is the perk of Gulf country, guys? You get very easy work visa. Communication is very simple because the local language is very well understood. You don't have this English barrier. You have numerous job opportunities. And right now, the general dentist salary in Dubai and UAE is around about 2.2 lakh per month, which is 48K dinar, which is a lot. And definitely you have a high earning potential, no English proficiency test required, your health insurance coverage for the employee and for family members also sometimes you get, high demand of dentists in Dubai with great perks, great work-life balance, end of service gratuity. So this is a very good perk. Transport allowance or free transport at the workplace. So all these benefits you have when you travel to the Gulf countries. Now similar to ADC, here also you have 3 steps. Your document verification, exam clearance and job. There is no practical exam in the Gulf countries, guys. Okay, no practical exam like ADC. You have a bit of oral assessment like a small case-based interview in Dubai, but you do not have to sit for the practical exam. So this is the format of DHA Dubai exam. Eligibility is now here. There in Australia, you have the English proficiency test, but freshers could apply. Here in Gulf countries, in every country, you need to have at least 2 years of clinical experience. But a bit of experience is required, at least 1 or 2. In Dubai, BDS including 1 year internship plus 2 years of experience. Preparation time with us is 10 to 16 weeks, like 4 months. MCQ consists of, so there are 150 questions and 170 minutes for the Dubai exam. Okay. These are the documents required similar to ADC. You have your BDS degree, transcript, internship completion certificate. 2 years of experience certificate is the only difference. Your good standing, your license, your medical fitness test, and your valid passport. This is the government fees for DHA exam. You see data flow, exam fee, and this is around about 2020 AED. MOH is again similar. There you had 170 minutes, 150 question. You have 150 question, 150 minutes. This is for MOH, right? And the same eligibility, 1 year including BDS internship and 2 years of clinical experience. Documents are the same. This is the fees. For Oman, you have 100 questions in 150 minutes. And here you require 4 years of clinical experience, guys. For HAD, again, 2 years of clinical experience, wherein 100 question, 150 minutes. SDLE, you have 2 sections of exam in Saudi. Okay, so you need to have 2 years of clinical experience and 100 questions each with 30 minutes of break. And Saudi, there is one more thing. Suppose if you want to practice in the Saudi government, Saudi government offices, then you need to have at least 2 to 3 years of experience extra. But if you want to practice in any private clinic, then 1 or 2 years of clinical experience would do. For Bahrain, again, 1 year of internship and 2 years of clinical experience. For Qatar, it's again the same. You have 150 question in 3.5 hours in Qatar. So there, as I mentioned, approved prometric centers are the test centers. You have to go to the prometric centers of your city and you can book the exam whenever you want. There are no specific dates. It's conducted 3 to 4 times a month, but you have maximum 3 attempts. And the result will be declared within 1 to 6 weeks, so you know. Eligibility criteria, I already mentioned, BDS with maximum 2 years of experience, and your internship should be included in that. Similarly, about the GRDL preparation also, we have a very comprehensive course for all the curricula of Gulf countries. It's all merged, okay, which we call as the Gulf Region Dental Licensure Exam Preparation by Academically. Okay, so if you're preparing for Dubai, you automatically get prepared for MOH, for HAD, for Qatar, for Kuwait. So with one course, you prepare for all the Gulf countries automatically. You get an instructor-led self-paced content. You have one-on-one mentoring support. You get recorded lectures so that if you're not able to attend live lectures because of your patients, you have a flexible schedule. You get AI-based grant test, 1,000+ mocks, guidance on placement and visa, and tips on CV and cover letter generation. We have scholarships also, like Academically Scholarship or Abroad program. Just visit our website. There's a small test which you have to appear for. You clear the test and you back the scholarship. And what's the reason? Why will you trust Academically? Guys, we have a reputation and legacy, and I'm sure you all would be knowing about our team Academically, not to say a lot. We have a great faculty profile. We've undergone the similar journey as you have, high quality content. We have a good alumni network with which you can actually, people can guide you. You can have a personalized approach with a mentor like me and the other dentists out here. And if you want to visit our office, guys, we have our office, corporate office in Dehradun. There's an office in Australia, Sydney, right? And we also have our new office for South people in Hyderabad. So if you are from North, you can come to Dehradun and visit us. If you are from South, you can come and visit to the Experience Center in Hyderabad. This is our media coverage: Farm Tutor, News Nation, Economic Times. You see Sir has featured everywhere: Hindustan Times, Startuppedia, News 18 Career, right? Indian Express, Outlook, Hindustan Times, Economic Times, Times of India, Farm Biz, Startup Rise, Business Standard, Z News, and very recently has got Times Power Brand Award for his excellent contribution in the healthcare fraternity. You can also find us on Google. So you can see the ratings of the students who have already been attached with us and who have traveled abroad with us. You can follow our social media handles at academically.global and MedPrep. These are the scanners for that. And we also have our social media handles of by the name Academically. Also, Sir has got a YouTube channel in the name of Academically. If you want, you can follow us over there. You can contact us over here. This is our corporate office address, and not only over here. And Academically New Experience Center, as I mentioned, has opened in Hyderabad. So the people from the South India can please go and visit. The address is below Hotel Kinara Grand, Amir Peet, opposite Metro Pillar, number A1083, Hyderabad. So you can contact and you can experience and you can solve your queries over there also. As I mentioned, I was telling you, we have a study abroad program. You can scan this QR code and you can follow our channels to get the major updates if you want to, travel there and finish up with your masters over there. And this is our WhatsApp channel, guys. You get all important updates, FAQs, syllabus changes, and top resources at one place over our WhatsApp channel. So this was our short presentation. I'm sure you all are ready with your questions. Thank you so much for a great thumbs up, guys. I will just take up your queries one by one. Be ready. Raise your hands, everybody, and I'll take your questions one by one. We can talk for a small Q&A session with you all. Okay. All right. Who's going to ask the first question? Or is everything very clear for you all? Do let me know. Okay. Yeah, you can raise your hand, and once I call out your name, you can unmute yourself and you can tell us your query. We'll be solving your query for you. Okay. Yes, Taha. Please unmute yourself. Taha? Yes, Taha, you can unmute yourself if you want and ask your question. Please ask your question, Taha. Have you typed it in the chat box? No. Taha, please unmute yourself. You have raised your hand. Hi, sir.
Hello, Dr. Kamal. How are you?
All good, sir. So, guys, you have Dr. Akram. We have Dr. Akram also joining with you all. He's right here. You can unmute yourself. We can't unmute.
Saying we can't unmute. Can you please check?
Hello? Yes, I can unmute.
Yes, sir.
I was letting me answer.
Yes.
Is it better to go there as a general dentist or as a specialist? Australia.
Okay, that it depends, no? See, are you a BDS or an MDS? Taha?
BDS.
BDS, right? So, and how much experience do you have?
I am still in my internship.
Okay. So right now, if you want to go, then you have to go as a general dentist. But if you finish up with your MDS, then obviously you can go as a specialist dentist. Depends upon your qualification. But it will take a lot of time if you have to go for a specialist dentist, because right now you're in an internship. I would suggest you should go as a general dentist over there. Okay. Because as freshers also, you can apply for the ADC exam. And usually the final year subjects are asked. And final year would be very fresh in your mind. So preparing for ADC would be very easy for you right now. Right, sir?
Yes.
Okay, Taha?
What about pursuing my master's in Australia itself? After a couple of years of work.
Sir, he wants to pursue his master's in Australia, the MDS in Australia.
Yes, yes. I mean, the best chance after undergrad, you can just go to Australia, become as a general dentist, start working here. You can get your PR visa, get settled there. Then, if you want, you can basically. That is the best, that the pathway basically.
Okay, Daha, did you get your answer?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Tonchar Gopal is asking one question. Ma'am, I am B Farm fresher. Any job requirements abroad? B Farm. So if you're finished up with B Farm, you have to tell me which country do you want to go, Tonchar?
I mean, this is for dentists.
Hmm.
In today's session, so please ask question related to dentistry. But if you are a pharmacy, you need to write this OPRA exam for Australia, THA exam for Dubai. So each country has their own exam. So you can basically write any of this exam and you can work there.
Sir, next question is from Sonu. After clearing the exam, is it possible to get sponsorship?
Which
ADC.
yes, if you can pass both exams, there's a good chance, especially in the regional areas. Or the best pathway, if you can clear part one, and then you can go on a study visa. Or many even dentists do, they start preparation for ADC and they go on any non-clinical branch in Australia, like public health, dentistry, जो ऐसे कोर्स चले आते हैं साथ में they can clear this exam.
Yeah. Okay, Tonchar is saying DHA city. So as Tonchar sir mentioned, for DHA you have to finish up with the DHA exam. Canada के लिए sir PBC है ना शायद pharmacist के लिए.
Yes, PBC.
Okay, Charu sir, how can we work in Australia as a specialist after MDS in India? Yes, Charu, as I mentioned, you have to first work in India for 2 years as a specialist. Okay, like if you are a prosthodontist, you have to have minimum 2 years of experience as a prosthodontist in India, right? You clear the general dentist exam, then you submit your proof that you have worked as a specialist in your home country for 2 years, then your license gets upgraded to specialist dentist. Okay. Yes, Dr. Sheetal, you can ask your question.
Yes, Dr. Sonal. Hello, sir.
Hello.
So I wanted to know more about once you get registered into the Australian Dental Council, that means you've cleared all the exams. There's something like you will have to work for 3 years in regional state or something like you will have to get sponsored visa to work there. So can you explain more about it if possible?
Basically, डेंटिस्ट्री का इतना डिमांड है नहीं, इंडिया में भी नहीं है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में नहीं है इन जनरल, so they need dentists to practice in regional areas. Okay, so they want you need to go there and work for certain years, then only you can move. If you want to work in Sydney, there is no job basically in Sydney because so many graduates from University of Sydney, there are so many top universities in Australia itself. So they want to work in the cities, so they need the the overseas qualified dentist. They can practice certain years in regional areas, then they can move. Okay, so at least minimum 3 years you need to work. You are right. And there is a lot of clinics they are looking for dentists to sponsor basically. So if you can clear the exam, both exams, there's a very good chance to get the job. Job is not the problem. The problem is that to clear the exam.
Okay, and one more question is that so you explained, Dr. Sonal, you explained the both ADC and Gulf countries as a separate thing. So what is the difference academically when you come? Like, how is there going to be a similar questions when you take up ADC?
Yeah, Sonal, answer karo.
Haan, ji sir. So for ADC, Dr. Sheetal, you have scenario-based questions. Okay, like I mentioned, they would like suppose there's a question from ADC. Okay, there's this patient named Alex who has a habit of smoking. So you get a dental implication. Who is a diabetic patient, who is a diabetic person having asthma as well. And suppose you come to know that after diagnosis, that person is having periapical granuloma. So you want to go for RCT, you want to go for the conservative procedure, but the patient wants a tooth extraction over there. Okay. So suppose this. So this is the case scenario, right, Dr. Sheetal? And below that you have questions. What will be the prognosis, what guidelines you should tell the patient, which is the best approach for the patient. So this is a scenario based question from ADC. But in DHA exam or in Gulf countries, you do not get a lot of scenario based question. You get mixed question of MCQ. Some scenario based questions are there, but ADC is totally scenario based. That is the basic difference. The other difference is, in Australia, you need to qualify English proficiency test also for visa purpose. For Gulf countries, no English test is required. But in Australia, no experience is required. But in Gulf countries, minimum 2 years of experience is mostly required. So that's the basic difference. So if you enroll with academically, the preparation will be done accordingly. If you are enrolling for ADC, you'll be prepared for ADC. If you are enrolling for Gulf, you'll be prepared for Gulf. That's the basic difference. Okay?
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yes, Taha, next question for you.
Ma'am, for the initial assessment, is the work experience document required for ADC?
No.
No, but we can give
If
it,
you
attach
have,
it above.
you can. If you don't have, that is also cool. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Rekha, your question, please.
Hello, hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to know, after completing the licensing procedure in Australia, and if we get sponsorship, can we able to, will that help in applying for PR as such?
After licensing exam, if you get sponsorship, yes, then?
Yeah. Is it possible for me? I mean, like, it will be beneficial for me to apply for PR, to
Yeah,
apply
but
Yes,
for
you
PR, you
are.
need to go. Yes,
If
sir.
you can clear both exams, you are eligible to apply your EOI, expression of interest, to get your PR visa.
Okay, okay, sir. And will that increase my chances of getting PR?
You only have the chance, you cannot apply PR without passing both exams. You have
Yes,
no
sir.
any other option. You need to pass both exams, then only you are eligible to apply PR.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Rekha. Okay, next question is Kashfa, Ashita, Charu. Okay, Hasini, I'll come to you, okay? Sir, how can we work in Australia? Hasini, I'll come to you. Just hold on for a moment. How can we work in Australia as a specialist after MDS in India? Yes, that's what
Same
I'm
way.
saying, Charu. I think
Yeah,
I gave you the answer.
yes.
Hmm.
You can repeat once again.
Yes, sir. Definitely. So, Charu, if you're a specialist, even if you want to migrate to Australia, you need to pass the ADC exam as a general dentist, and you should have a minimum 2 years of experience in India as an MDS doctor, as a specialist. Only then your license can be upgraded from general dentist to specialist dentist. Okay. Okay, Taha's question has been answered. Ashita, good evening, sir. I have heard that clearing ADC Part 2 is difficult. Is there a fixed number of candidates who pass the exam every year? And how many attempts are there? Ashita, your skill assessment is valid for 7 years. And in 7 years, 14 times you have the opportunity to sit for the exam. 14 times. So I think that is more than enough for you. You will be able to pass. If you study, you will be able to pass. Okay. Exam fees. Yes, Toncher. This is actually a dental webinar. This is not a pharmacy webinar, as sir told, but our team will connect with you from the sales team and they will guide you through the process. Okay. Kashfa, good evening. Do we get practical exam mentorship also? We are working on that. But usually, if you prepare for the written exam, like if we prepare you for the written exam, we give you clinical scenario based question. So you're almost prepared for the practical exam also. You do not need a lot of guidance for the practical exam. Practical exam is nothing. Just the actors will come, they'll act as patients, and it's like a demo, the way you treat patients, right? And whatever guidelines you require to remember for Australia, to treat patients in Australia, everything is being covered in the written exam. Okay, the written exam preparation by Academically. Okay, what is the procedure if I directly want to pursue MDS from Australia? As I mentioned, Kashfa, we have a study abroad program, EduCafic. Through that, we can help you to migrate to Australia to pursue your MDS. Okay. After MDS, if we clear ADC 1 and 2, then can we work in Australia for 2 years and then apply a specialist? No, in India, you need to have 2 years of MDS experience if you want to upgrade as specialist in your home country. Okay. How much difficult to get a job there after clearing exams like GCC Australia also saturated for dentists, sir? हाँ, तो वही प्रिंस सर ने बोला ना कि आपको रीजनल एरियाज में ज्यादा जॉब मिलते हैं, राइट? You get more jobs in the regional areas. You work there for some time, for some years, and then you can come to the cities actually. You're welcome, Ashita. Yes, Shifa, if you want to do MBBS in Australia, again, study abroad program, EduCafic program. If you want to do MBBS in Australia, we can help you with our EduCafic program, and we will help you migrate to Australia to finish up your MBBS in Australia. How much marks in NEET it requires to qualify for Australia? Shifa, for NEET is for India. NEET is not for Australia. Okay. NEET is totally an exam for Australia. Okay. They will not see your NEET score. They will see your 12th score. That is also not, there's no compliance or criteria as such. Is it a hassle acquiring a visa after clearing both parts of ADC? No, as sir told Taha, you become eligible for PR. So you see, no, if you clear both the exams, you have a lot of advantage. Thank you, Kashfa. Thank you, Prince. Meher, yes. What about the total cost and time for ADC preparation course by Academically? Meher, the sales team will reach out to you and they will explain the entire thing. For government fee, the cost for skill assessment is 647 AUD. For written exam, it is 2122 AUD. And for the practical exam, it is 4177 AUD. Okay? All right. Any other question, guys? I hope I've answered Meher's doubt. Do we have any other question? Yes, Hasini. Yeah, you were there. I'm sorry. Yes, Hasini, please go ahead. Hasini, you can unmute yourself. Hasini, are you speaking? You're not audible. Could you please? Okay, but you're not audible to us, Hasini. Could you please drop your question in the chat box? We can't hear you. WhatsApp group for EduCafic. Yes, I'm sharing. 1 second, huh, Rekha? I'm just sharing. Give me 1 moment. This WhatsApp group only which I have shared, no, this is for all of us, like EduCafic and everything. You can join the WhatsApp group. I'll just share 1 second. This is the channel for EduCafic. This is the Instagram page of ours. You can join our channel for EduCafic. You can scan this code and you can join. Okay? And for the WhatsApp update, this is our channel code. You can join. And also WhatsApp channel link has been put in the chat box. If you want to join, you can join. Rekha. Hasini. Hi, Hasini. About the 2 years of experience in Australia, if you have academic experience in India, it's not valid. Sorry? 2 years of experience in Australia. If you have academic experience in India, it's not valid. Okay. No, I'm saying 2 years of experience in India should be there, not Australia. If you have 2 years of experience in India as a specialist dentist, then you can migrate as a specialist dentist. Okay. In India, you need to have experience, not Australia.
Yes.
Is there any specific time for initial assessment, or we can apply anytime? You can apply anytime, Prince. See, so the people who are going to appear for the September exam, this September, for them, the initial assessment dates are closed. It was 17th April 2025, which was the last date. Right now, they can book their exams from 3rd June to 10th June. So usually the initial assessment time ends up for one particular session or one particular exam 3 to 4 months prior. But if you want to sit for the March exam, you have to start with your initial assessment now. Because in December, you need to book your exam for the March 2026 process. Okay, Prince? Which country is easy to get job with? Less hassle, and less exam schemes? Australia or Dubai? Both easier. Depends upon what is your, in what class you come, as in general dentist, experienced or not. Depends on that. If we have worked in a college in India for 2 years after MDS, that will not be counted as experience, Hasini. Working in a college as a lecturer won't be counted. If you are working in a college as a dentist, then if you get an experience certificate from the college, then it is counted after your MDS. Okay, but if usually what happens now, the people who finish up with their MDS and they work in the same particular college. Suppose you have done your MDS in that from that college and you are working as a senior lecturer, your designation will be senior lecturer only, even if you see patients. But if you have got a job as a periodontist in your hospital or a prosthodontist, then that will be accepted. Okay. Future of diploma in dental care in Australia. Diploma is good. You can do, not a problem. But for that, obviously, you have to travel to Australia through our EduCafic program. Is there a crown preparation or cavity preparation assessment in AZ2 along with the OSCEs? In OSCE only, Ashita, you have crown preparation. So you get usually questions on RNGIC. They don't ask questions on glass ionomer cement. They ask a question on resin modified glass ionomer cement. Then there was one question on amalgam fillings also. They usually go to class 2 cavities, the proximal caries and all that in the OSCEs. Okay, Ashita? Okay, Hasini. Does your service help securing jobs in Australia? We guide you for that, Taha, but it is basically an edtech. We help you clear your licensing exams. Okay, Ashita. Any other question, guys? Yes, Hasini. I think I've answered. So what has to be done in that case if that experience is not valid? You need to have a clinical experience, Hasini. You can go as a general dentist. Okay? For that, you don't require an experience. Migrate as general dentist. Where to contact? Okay, is anybody there from the sales team? Can you please contact Rekha Sampath?
Yes, Sonal, we can.
Okay, okay, Arindam. So Rekha, they'll contact also Tonchar. For pharmacy also, our team will contact you. Okay. All right. Okay. Any other question? No? All right, guys.
Just Dr. Sonal,
Yes.
may I?
Yeah, please.
So I have a question regarding the initial assessment. You
1 second,
told
Dr. Shukla. I'll just
yes.
stop you for 1 moment. So Tonchar, one of like our teammates are already there in Hyderabad. Arindam, you're there in Hyderabad, right?
Yes, Arindam is there.
Okay. So you can go and connect over there right now also. They are there. All right. You can visit our office. Okay, Tonchar? Okay. Yes, Dr. Sheetal.
Yes. So do we have to have both DCI as well as State Dental Council certificate, or any either one is okay?
Your state dental council only is DC, I think. You're from which state, Dr. Sheetal?
Karnataka.
Yeah.
KSDC.
KSDC is valid for DC. KSDC is coming under DCI only. No, like I'm from Jharkhand. So I have the registration from Jharkhand State Dental Council, JSDC. But my JSDC is coming under DCI only, no? So automatically, if you check in the DCI regulatory list, your name is there from KSDC.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. And is there any scholarship for the exam fee as such? Because you cannot, that is quite amount when you see.
No.
Okay.
Australia people don't offer huge scholarship for licensure exam. For studies you can take, but not for licensure exams. Okay.
Okay, and I have opted currently I've opted for the recorded sessions and academically. So would you suggest live or recorded, because given the time restriction we will not be able to attend live classes. But is there any main things that we would miss out in live classes compared to
For that
recorded?
you can connect with me, no, over call. Let's talk over call, Dr. Sheetal.
Okay, okay.
I mean,
You can
nothing
call.
going to miss because the live classes and we provide record.
Sheetal, you can discuss over a call with me. You're already a student. Okay. Muntarin, yes, you can ask your question.
Hi, my question. I have a question that was, after passing the written exam, how much time does a candidate have to prepare for the OSCE and practical examination?
Okay, so usually you get a separate dates for practical exam also. Practical exams are conducted thrice. So written exam you have twice, practical exam is thrice. But depending upon you, your skill assessment thing is valid for 7 years, Dr. Muntarin. So within those 7 years, you have to pass your written and practical exam. So if you want to have a gap of 2 years, take a gap of 2 years, 3 years. But your skill assessment thing within that time frame, you have to finish up both the exams. 7 years ke time frame. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. What are a few of the best regional states in Australia for finding jobs for dentists and staying in terms of quality of life? Taha, I think that's a... Taha, you're from which country? Part 1 is valid for 3 years. Taha. हाँ वही हम्म सर इंडिया से चारू for initial assessment. हाँ yes, you need to have it on the letterhead. Okay, for professional recommendation. But if he is if he is having his own clinic also, no Charu, then he can provide a professional letter of recommendation under the clinic's letterhead also. But it has to be authentic. Letterhead, if letterhead is not there, no, it does not look authentic. That is why. Okay. Anything could do. He need to be your professor has to be a registered dentist. That is it. Okay. Okay, I think we have answered maximum questions. Dr. Sheetal, Dr. Hasani also has got the answers to their question. Okay, yes, Gatla. Hello, what other qualification? We have to get a job in Australia, like easy, like research. Our team will connect with you, okay, Dr. Gatla? And we will answer your question. Letter of recommendation 2, Devika. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Good night, and we'll be bringing up more webinars for you all. Till then, bye-bye, see ya, take care, and our team will connect with you, guide you through the process. Thank you.